a huge applause to Mr. Ralf Behn! Alright, so please join me in giving all-stars welcome to Mr. Ralf!
That you understand, so it's misleading marketing-induced information you actually exposed to the big marketing brainwashing campaigns, what has caused the biggest disaster in human health since we've been walking on the planet, because we are now the fattest and sickest people ever walked this planet.
We really want to commit to the challenge. So number one is we start with water. Number two is, how about we go for a 10-15 minute walk or jog, depending on the conditions, depending on your weight, whatever you can afford.
Do you think health and fitness is the same? Because someone can be quite healthy and not fit, and someone can be fit and not. Here we go.
What's the benefit of running outdoors? Fresh air and sunshine. Sunshine is so important. I love the sun.
Holistic health. That is something like
60, 70.
Understand about it. It's like so important that you see me from a holistic point of view.
But I make sure I get my sunshine later on, maybe lunch break, I go out and have my lunch outdoors. Or, you know, it's so important to get half an hour of sunshine for vitamin D, to feel good, to heal. You know, it's just, the sun is so important. You know, we spend most of the time inside, air conditioned. So that's obviously shocking for your health.
Isn't there like there's like a study saying that in the winter the reason why people feel more depressed in winter is because there's less sunlight.
That's correct. So the sun really does make us happy, and I'm such an addict to the sun. So sometimes when I'm too lazy to run, which hardly happens, but sometimes, you know, we're all humans, the sun gets me out because I want to get the sun, and I always run in my underwear. That was a good attention getter, huh? I can show. We have number one. Who can remember?
1 liter of water.
Oh, wow! I'm in the right room here. Smart people. Oh my
God!
Smart people. Hey! Number two.
10 to 15 minutes.
Oh, where's my firework? Sorry guys, I'm too low, too slow. I think for 2 weeks we can stick to that, can we? Just 2 weeks of our lives, and trust me, after that you feel awesome. So now, that part is very easy. Yeah.
When you say fruit and vegetables, like, do you mean like replacing meat?
I mean exclusively.
Yeah, fruit and vegetables. Yeah, so vegetarian exclusively for 2 weeks.
Yeah, just 2 weeks.
Cool.
Just 2 weeks, look guys. We start our day with water and some fruit. Nah.
And as I said before, it's never to offend a person or, you know, a business or a profession. Take it just how it is, because in the end of the day, as smooth as I try to be, not to offend anyone, we still have to be true and face the facts. So 60% of the Australian population are overweight, and at Sydney University, checking up on 20,000 people, Sydney cyber, in Sydney, that 95% of them, can you believe that 95% are not healthy? Meaning they're not even matching the requirements. 95%. And that's exactly how it is in the entire Western world. About 95%. Less than 5% actually experience vibrant health, happiness, and the things I'm about to tell you, to teach you, and to help you if you want to be healthy. And the thing is, guys, do you think it's better to follow what the 95% are doing, right? Or is it better what the 5% are doing?
How do they define health?
That's a good question, thanks for that. Holistic health, that is exactly right, is And that's the way how I see it and how I teach it. And by the way, I learned all that stuff from the best of the best. And again, it's not saying to impress you. I invested over $100,000 in my education. So there must be something I can teach you. But I found very interesting. She said, look, the best return of investment is to invest in your own health and education. Thanks, yeah. Your own education. Yeah! Hang on. Actually, that's what I usually do. I was rushing in. That's my little box. Are you ready? Whoop! And I think we had some few answers here as well. So I also applaud people for staying in the game. Coming back to my holistic thing here. Now, you can see it as a cake chart. And sorry about that. Talking about cake, huh? Now, usually, that's not very pretty, but usually they're way more. I just keep it easy now for the sake of saving some time, of course. There are some people, and I have friends, and I hope you can see the difference. They just focus on nutrition. They're absolutely health nuts in that one field, and they are not happy. Now, say for instance, nutrition. What is another factor? Fitness. Fitness. Now, nutrition is important, very, very important. Then we have some fitness freaks. They don't give a dime about nutrition. They just want to be fit. But there's one thing I want to share with you. We can't cheat on nature. If we break the laws of nature, nature will eventually break us. Thanks, Pooh. Cool. I hope I have enough oranges for you, man. I brought about 55. Ready? Wait. Oh! Now, moving on quickly, because obviously I can only touch certain things quickly, and there's so much stuff to go through for us, and I really want to pass that on to you, because, as I said, it is so important that you know it, and then you can use and do with this information whatever you like. Now, fitness. There's another thing, could be, yeah, exactly, stress. As I said, it's not only what we eat, as well what's eating us. And that is very, very important part of things.
All right, so please join me in giving all-stars welcome to Mr. Brown.
The next thing could be good sleep. Okay, I speed up now just to show you. Sleep, fresh air, you know, aerobic power, which is different, a little different to fitness, meaning, you know, you go for a run. When I go for a run in the morning, I do every morning, I wake up, I do some meditation, I go for a run on the beach. Just in my little board shorts. Winter and summer. I never wear anything else. I never wear a t-shirt. It can be 5 degrees or 0, or it can be 30 or 35. Okay? Your body can handle it. If I go for a little run, and I make sure I always take my shoes off. Because that's another issue, people are not grounded anymore. We are wearing shoes from the morning to evening. But there's something like a magnetic field which gives us energy and sucks out the sickness out of our feet. Because there are 2,000 little points on our feet. It's like a nice little foot massage. So I always
They don't even show up. And what's the secret in life? Showing up. This 95% is just showing up, just doing it. Now, coming back here. 1, 2, what could be number 3? Any suggestions?
Fruit.
Or vegetables.
Fruit and veg, exactly. Fruit and veg.
Fresh air, sunshine, all right? And the list goes on and on. We have to look at all those things. Non-toxic relationships, big one. Non-toxic relationships. This is a biggie, you know, because people live in toxic relationships, and as I said, never take anything personal. I just deliver information, all right, and you can take whatever you like out of it. People hang on to toxic relationships all their life, and then of course, that is eating up your container, you know. It's causing a lot of harm. That could be at work, could be intimate relationships, could be relationships with some family members, could be like fun and laughter.
Oh, guys, how are you doing?
Phenomenal.
5 or 10 is good. It's less than 2. Way less than 2 now. And you see, he is smiling all the time, I can see that. But you see, things start to make sense. You know, if you look at it and you see patterns, there is a reason for everything. It's a law of cause and effect.
I say down, I say up, and you say 1. Down. Up. 1. Down. Up. 2.
The coffin and the hourglass. It looks like this. So say here is, usually what happens is that part, yep, looks like this. A little bit of strategic planning. We are just functioning. We are busy, being busy all day long. We have some tiny results. That counts for business and for health the same way. Now, imagine we would spend a bit more time thinking, learning, educating ourselves, and planning. That would look like this. We should spend 50% of our time around that mark, planning, thinking, reading, educating. Before I continue, there's one thing might be interesting for you. Many people think, you know, in a certain age, like in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever it is, that they're very experienced. And they say, oh, mate, you know, I have 20 years experience. They have actually only 1 year experience, guys. Only 1. And they repeated that 1 year 20 times. Because they haven't learned any new things. A little bit here and there, but they stopped learning. When you stop learning, stop rowing, where's the boat going? Down the river. It's like when you have a boat and you have only 1 oar, so you actually run in circles. And that's how people live their lives. And that counts, you can take that exactly for business and for health.